Hi parents, welcome to Back to School Night. I'm sorry I can't be here, so I hope this video will be informative. My name is Miss Yamasaki. I'm teaching Algebra Honors 1AB Common Core Algebra for the 2017-2018 school year. So I did say the Common Core version of algebra, so that does include all the new standards that include the parts of Algebra 2 that have been brought into Algebra 1, as well as the statistics. All right, so let's get started. I want to start by saying the first thing, I am starting the school year off with the Millikan website because we are in the process of converting over to Schoology. So with the Millikan website, the way you find my page is you go down to Directory, Faculty Directory, and you go to almost at the end, and you will see Michelle Yamasaki, and this is what my page looks like. So I've kind of started it for the school year to update you that we are on Schoology, a little welcome page. I also have a little message that I can't be here on Back to School Night, so sorry for the inconvenience. So right here, you can get to where you can sign up, the parent portal, okay? The next paragraph down is the student portal. And then I've got an algebra sign-off stating that you have read and seen my syllabus. The syllabus can be found right here. And here is a direction PDF on how you sign up for Schoology. I personally find this extremely important for your child, for you to be on Schoology. Not that you need to check it every day, but you definitely need to check in once a week and make sure they are doing what they need to do. All right, to make things easier for the kids, instead of going all the way down and listing the homework on the classes, I've started listing the homework here where it says algebra homework for the week. I'm not going to keep doing that. Most of the kids now are on Schoology. I do have passwords for everybody, so from now on the assignments will be on Schoology, the messages will be on Schoology, and any information, grades will be on Schoology. So parents, you should be able to get there as well as your kids. So again, the way you get your directions are right here. Here's the portal where you log in, okay? And here are your directions. Most of the kids, I've told them about it. Now, just an FYI, if you forget my page, notice this says faculty. This says parents. This is the parents portal for Schoology right here. You would click on this. And for students, actually I think it's called Passport now with LA Unified. And for students, this is where they go. Whether they're part of the STEM Academy or here, these links will work for both sets of parents. And this is on the main website just at the top, or you can get to it from my website. If students didn't turn in the summer break homework, I have a link to it here. I have some possible tutors that I've used that I personally like. And that's about it. I'm going to eventually check your grades here, but really this site, I'm not going to be using it much. So I really need everybody to get onto that Schoology so we're all on the same page. So really what I want to go over is my syllabus. So when you're here, if you click on the algebra syllabus, it takes you, sorry about that, to, it takes you, it's not liking my PDF, a PDF of the course syllabus. Talking to you, it has a link to the curriculum map. It also has some basic classroom rules, which generally I don't really tend to have any behavior issues, but the one thing I do expect, because our periods are so short and we have so much information to cover in a year, that students are expected to be ready to work when the bell rings. That means homework out, pen in hand, pencil in hand, and homework open to the correct page. Basically, homework is given 7 days a week. We also give homework over the winter, Thanksgiving, and spring breaks. Now, should we get all of our material done, I may opt to not give it over the winter break, but we definitely will be having it over Thanksgiving because they'll be coming back to finals. Homework will be posted on Schoology, and it's always on the board. Students may take a picture of it. Homework is checked daily. I spot check it. I know whether the kids are doing it. They have to, in order to get credit, they really have to do it. They have to write the problem, show the work. Then they have to check their work at the back of the book, and it has to be marked with a C or an X to actually receive credit. And so they walk in, we start checking homework right away, and we go over for the first 10 minutes all the students' questions of things that they didn't understand. The thing about homework is that really only accounts for 10% of the grade, but giving them a score of a 2, a 1, or a 0 allows you to know whether they're doing it. And if they're doing it, they should be successful on their homework if this is the right placement. So really the homework score only affects their work habits and whether they go up 1% or down 1%. 3 missed homeworks in a 5-week period will give your student a U in the class. And every 5 weeks I reset their work habits grade. If there's some kind of unforeseen circumstance, please tell me about it. I'm human and I want to work with your kids. So if you're at the hospital, if there's a death in the family, I definitely want to know about that. Unexcused late homework will receive half credit within the week. If you are ill, out sick, then let's say you're out for 1 day, you have 1 day to make it up. If you're out for 2 days, you have 2 days to make it up. All makeup work must be shown to me at nutrition and lunch only. That means I do not want it emailed, I do not want it in my box. I want them coming in at nutrition or lunch only and in person. Your child is responsible for the homework assigned even when they're absent. So the math doesn't stop just because they're absent. I have made videos in the past, and if a student in particularly asks me to make a video, says I'm going to be out, then I will. I haven't been making them lately because I have a video almost on everything we've done. And this portion right now that we're covering is really pre-algebra. So if you happen to be out and you don't find the video, you can email me and I can send you a link. You can also get notes from a friend. I do suggest every student have a friend's email. Now, if you have 105 fever, no, I don't expect you to do homework that night. It is my expectation, though, that they do get caught up, either by going on Khan Academy, my personal favorite, Virtual Nerd, or they can go to my YouTube, My Mamasaki, or Michelle Yamasaki. Just go to YouTube. If they miss a quiz, it is that student's responsibility to make up the quiz. I won't chase them down. They need to come to me, and usually makeup quizzes are done on Monday or Wednesday after school. If it's a short quiz, potentially they could make up the quiz at lunch, but not a chapter test. They just won't have the time. Let's see, homework should be complete the day after the absence. If student's absent, student work. So we've already talked about that, and I will not chase you around. All right, so we're going to use a couple books this year. Let's see. So 90% of the time, I'm going to say the homework will be posted on Schoology, but it will be posted 100% of the time on the board. I would like one parent to check in at least once a week. don't make your kids crazy. It is their time to learn how to become independent. I would check it and do the behind the scenes work and drop a subtle hint. If they start getting in trouble, then maybe you and we need to have a conference. But if they've dropped from an A to a B, this is not uncommon, and then they jump from a B to an A. It's just not uncommon dropping one grade. If they're in the C zone and they're dropping to a D zone, definitely we probably need to get a little bit more involved. But it's my hope that they really become independent. When they miss homework, they should contact me, not you. When they don't understand something, they should come for help. If they don't get the help at the beginning of the day, I generally have lunch in my room, and they can bring their lunch in my room and ask questions. When we get into Chapter 7, I'll also be offering after-school help, homework help on Mondays and Wednesdays, so they can come and get help there. Supplies. Oh, let's go to textbook. We will be using the Big Ideas Accelerated Common Core Algebra 1A AB book, and then we will also use Prentice Hall Algebra. I find kids, it's a lot more kid-friendly, but to cover the Common Core material, I will be having the kids work out of the Big Ideas when they ask for all of the analysis with the word problems. Supplies are pretty easy. Supplies, really, I want you to leave your textbooks at home. Don't bring them here. We have books. I don't want you to kill your back. You should have your agenda. Really, with Schoology, everything should be up there. I want you to have at least 4 sharpened pencils, erasers, and a colored pen, because if I assign you the evens, I want you to mark C or X for the actual each problem that we read out for the evens. The kids have the odd numbers at home that they're supposed to be checking. College ruled paper somewhere in your notebook just in case they need it. I say 6 70-page spiral graph notebook or composition graph notebooks. I've shown the kids one that my son's 5th grade teacher turned us on to. It's really great, kind of expensive, but big, and has a lot of room for the kids to work. You don't need to buy 6 right now, but you need to have an extra at home at all times. So when they run out of room in their journal, math journal, they can go right to the next one. That math journal will be used for everything. They will take their notes, they will do their warm-ups, they will do notes, and they will put their homework in there. And everything should be labeled. Sometimes I allow students to use their notes during a quiz, and that's to reward them for taking good notes. Now, optional. We will be utilizing the graphing calculator, the TI-84 plus CE. There is a TI-84 plus, or plus silver. That's not color. We really like the ones, the plus CE, that have color. I will tell you, we do have a classroom set. So you don't need to buy one. But if, for whatever reason, your child wants it and needs it, they can also be used on the SATs. I will also show them a free graphing calculator that they can use at home called oh gosh, why is this just, it will come back to me. Oh, Desmos, sorry. They just can't use something like that on a test because it's internet-based. They can use it on their phones. So, really, just the notebook, a colored pen, and pencils and erasers. And have a section in your 3-ring binder to store all your quizzes, tests, and handouts. We will be having a final, so your child will be expected to study those quizzes and tests for their final. We've talked quite a bit about the supplies, so by now your child should have them. Tests and quizzes. Here's how I do tests and quizzes. Basically, I'll give 1 or 2 quizzes in a chapter and then a chapter test. Let's say the student doesn't do well on the quiz. but they do better on the chapter test, I will drop